Well, that's that. Sometimes when I say I can't make decisions for myself, God takes care of them for me. And I don't. It takes me taking the decision part out of it. I say I'm going to do this, and universe creator says nope. And then I say to myself, well, that's that. Drink it like a straw. Stop like a straw. You don't have to tilt it, stop it. You like it? You drink more water this way. It's better for you. Lay down, Ari. Jump. Try that. Drink it. Drink it. I'll tell you what it is. You had it before, I already know you like it. See? You like it. Cherry Sprite. Benny, no. Go lay down. Go. Go on. Come on. Get up here. Come on. Come on, bring it in. Come on. Come on, Tuck Tuck. Come on, Tuck. Come on, buddy. Come on, Puppas. Come on, big boy. Come on, Tuck. No, we're not going out. Why do you guys all think it's time to go out right now? Good boy, Tuck. Come on, Lou. Come on, pretty girl. She says, get away from me. I'm not in the mood for you. Okay. I'm all squared away. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Heyoka empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. So much stuff is coming up lately about feelings. I saw some buddy in Zach's chat last night. I think it was Mr. Boston. He said people with feelings, too many feelings, aren't very smart. Oh, on the contrary, Mr. Boston, we are very intelligent. See, the thing of it is too many people on this planet don't recognize their feelings. They ignore their feelings. They drink their feelings away. They do other things to mask their feelings. They don't deal with their feelings. And some of us have so many of them, yet we have learned how to manage and navigate through life with such big emotions and big feelings without causing harm to other people or ourselves. And I mean harm by just eating a bunch of freaking, just not taking care of yourself. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. I was asking my buddy Augustine today. He lives on the Puebla. I give him rides. And he's the one that gets me these cherry Sprites that I like. And I was like, dude, I'm not even being a smartass right now. I said, I got a question. I said, you know, because he works in a laundromat and he knows a lot of people and he's lived in this town his whole life. I said, what do you think it is? I said, why don't you think people just stop caring about themselves? You know? I mean, and then they act like they care about themselves, and because they do care about themselves, all the self-care that they do, and all the nice things that they buy themselves, and all the food that tastes good because it makes them feel good, because, oh, don't you know they deserve it. I said when I was in junior high, I had a teacher, Mrs. Minifee, and she was a tough PE teacher, but she instilled, the importance of physical fitness. Or maybe she didn't. Maybe I just picked up on that. And then when I was in the Air Force and a bunch of fat sergeants told me I needed to go to the gym or they were going to kick me out, I went. And I did all the classes, all the nutrition classes and all those stuff, kind of stuff too. Which I've known about nutrition my whole life, because I was diagnosed with low hypoglycemia, low blood sugar, from the time I was like 4 years old. I mean, 5 years. As soon as I could start reading, they said they taught me how to read labels. So I know I'm ahead of the game a little bit. But I'm like, do they not teach this stuff anymore? Do they not teach you that if you eat a bunch of nasty, crappy, gross food, and if you just sit on your couch all day and never move around, that will just build and weigh on you? But if you eat food that your body, because not everybody's different, so some people's what's good for some people isn't good for everyone. They just like to clump everyone in together. But don't they know that if they eat clean food, healthy food, not overly processed food, real food, and move around, I see people every day, or not every day, I don't go park every day, but every time I go to the park, there's always people walking, but they're always like strolling. They're just like going through a nice... I'm like, no, man, you got to get your heart rate up. You got to strike. You got to move. You got to hustle. You got to get your heart rate up. And people have their own lessons to learn, I guess. So, well, I went down today and I got the little chest, the little cat carrier I was going to take Mom and all the baby cats. My friend was going to take them down tomorrow, and I actually called this afternoon to see if there is any kind of what if there was like some check-in protocol, because I didn't want to put her through more than was necessary, kind of thing. And the guy was like, no, we're not even taking any cats more. We're up to 100. I think that he said we have 120 here right now, and so they're not taking anymore. And I just went, well, that's that, that's that. And I was having a hard. I was like, today I was short and crabby with Mom, because I knew, and I came back later. I said, Mom, I apologize for my behavior earlier, because I know it's because I'm sad that the little cats are leaving. It's for the best, though. And, well, now they're not leaving, so I just do the best what I can with what I got, and things are getting really crazy on the planet. Things are getting really... A lot of people are in fear. They act like they know what they're doing in life, but most of the people on the planet, they really don't know what they're doing. They just, and a lot of people have been worried for decades that the rest of the world is going to figure out that they don't know what they're doing. Well, that time is up. We figured it out. We know you don't know what you're doing. The governments of nations around this globe, plane, whatever your beliefs are. I believe in all things possible, multi-universe. So, yeah, okay. The Earth's flat. Oh, yeah, okay. The Earth's a globe. Yeah, okay, sure. We landed on the moon. Okay. And then there's the world that, yeah, it's a soundstage in Los Angeles. It's whatever your beliefs in. It's whatever, that's why they still have Christmas, right? Because they make sure all these little believe in this guy in this big red suit, and then we can perpetuate this holiday. And look how many companies make money because, you know, people buy, so many people buy presents for their family members, and how many family members are these people buying presents for that they don't even like the rest of the year? Like, if they really ask themselves honestly, truly, how many people don't even really like their family members? And how many? And a lot of them just like fake. No, I'm not saying that there's plenty of just really well-adjusted families out there that are just, you know, like the Olsons, and they're just, you know, the Joneses, you know, everybody's happy all the time and everything's great, la la la, you know, get to family vacation every year and all that stuff, and football games, baseball games, just doing all that stuff that good families do. No, I'm not talking about those good families. I'm talking about the rest of us. Yeah. Because they're so, and people that are so, they're so narrow in scope, they're so shallow in their thinking that they can't comprehend what it's like for other people. They just can't. Where I live, there's a housing crisis, and me and Mom, we got TikTok 4 months and 2 days to find a place. And I know in my spirit, my soul, my being, that everything's gonna be okay. It's always been seconds and inches with us, always. I just want to get on the other side of it and be done on the other side. So, and this energy is so freaking potent. How are people liking Marge and Gemini, huh? Welcome to my world all the time. Yeah. Are people getting a little bit more mouthy these days? Yeah. Hi, Gray Kitty. Hi, Gray. Meow meow. So next month is his spay, or yeah, his spay, and Tango's too. Huh, Gray? Hopefully that'll tame him down and slow production down around here a little bit. You know. But I don't know, it's I get so frustrated because I live in such a small town. There's so many easy, viable solutions that we could do here. You just, it's like every place else. You got the control freaks, and they won't, how about this for something that's stupid? How many people can't, like, make their way in life because somebody doesn't like them? You know? Like, how many people in the permits office didn't get a permit because that dude was related to somebody that, you know, you had a beef with? I mean, it's all that stuff. You know, people talk about feelings, you know. Well, if your feelings are so big, you know, like, because I see people all the time I don't like. We don't have a lot of, or maybe it's not even that I don't like them. It's that we don't have so much in common, you know. And a lot of times people don't like things that they don't understand. And so I'm trying to come from a place of understanding, right? And I might not, like, be in alignment with them, but it doesn't mean that I'm still not going to, like, help them if they need to be helped, or treat them like a decent human being. Just with, you know, there's a lot of people that just, like, unless you look a kind of way, dress a kind of way, act a kind of way, you're not gonna, it's like you don't fit in the world. And what about the rest of us? What about the rest? What about us poor people? Us poor people, us people that make less than like $2,000 a month, you know, or like less. And there's people I know live on like less than that. Not because they want to, not because I want to. You know, I have so many abilities and so many skills. Go ahead, Stanley. Go ahead, get up there. I just fluffed the pillow for you. You could be the first one. He got it. He got it. He's fluffed. You know, the thing of it is that people evidently don't see the value and worth in me, and they don't ever frickin' pay me what I'm worth. You know, they pay me what they think I'm worth. And they evidently don't see the value in me like I see the value in me, with my life experience and with, you know, the things that I can do and my abilities. They just don't, you know. I'm just another chump, and that's all right. You can take it. People can take advantage of me, I'll do it one time because I'm not going to give him the opportunity to do it again. Not. Well, you done? You didn't like it? That's it? Stan Lee, you're such a big cat. Compared to these other cats, you're so big. Come here. Come here, now you're getting this fidgety. Such a big cat. Look at my house tiger. Oh, his heart is racing. Did you just slice my shirt? Damn it. All my freaking shirts have holes in them. I guess that's my fault. I know it's my fault. It's solely, purely my fault because I pick up the cat. And the cat scratches at my shirt and puts holes in them. So if I don't pick up the cat, easily problem solved, right? But he's so cute. I gotta pick him up. He's such a good cat. Stanley House Tiger. Hi, Nathan. Thanks for letting me know it's loud and clear. We don't have cloud coverage today. So, the common words that I'm hearing in the astrology lately are crescendo. The collective wave, I call it the collective wave of bullshit. And that's coming up. It's just, I mean, because we could... only so much nonsense can ensue before people start saying it's nonsense. I mean, it's just, it's human nature. It's psychology. I mean, people will they'll let things go until it starts getting uncomfortable from them, you know? And now with all this IRS stuff, it's going to start getting real uncomfortable for a lot of people. And see, I saw a news article today. It's already begun. It's been going on for a long time. They want people to become more reliant on technology when technology is less reliable. So how they going to get that to work? You know? They want electric vehicles. They just phased out, you know. Well, there's blackouts in California all the time. See, PG&E, they just like to shut people's power off. So it takes the strain. So stupid, man. You got people on freaking oxygen and CPAP machines and all this stuff, you know, and it's hot. It gets really hot in a lot of places. You know, it's over 100 degrees. But and these guys are sitting in their AC office, you know, just laughing, just like freaking dummies, you know. They just do what they're told. They'll just do what they're told. So, you know, so how are these people going to charge their cars and stuff like that is what I'm curious about, is when you got these, you know, blackouts because somebody someplace feels like it. The whole freaking world is like going in the toilet because somebody someplace feels like doing the absurdities of which is happening right now. Yeah. So, we're going to see more and more truths coming out, and people are going to get to learn, and they're going to get to figure out what's true and what's not, you know. How many people are going to keep believing in Santa Claus, the man in the big red suit that lives at the North Pole? One time two times I went to Fairbanks, Alaska, but this one, and it's North Pole, Alaska's up there, and they have a Santa Claus guy. And he works, but he's a biker. He's a biker dude. Just has a big white beard. So, yeah, Santa's a biker. Yeah, yeah. So, I'm ready for it. I've been ready for it. You know, I don't have no poles flip. You know, class M, coronal mass. I don't. It's been such a freaking challenge the last 5-6 years with Ma that it's like, you know what? Let's give more people an opportunity to see how hard life can be. And people are going to get their chance. See, that's the thing, is what are people doing with what they got? What do people do with what they got? See, I know a lot of stuff. So I like to offer a lot of guidance with the things that I know. And I like to do things for people. That's something that I've always liked to, I just like to make, because you give somebody something that you just know that they're gonna like, that not only do they like the gift, I think that people get more excited. Maybe they don't even know it or not, but I believe that they get more excited that somebody cares enough to know them enough to know that they would really, really enjoy that. It's the human connection. Humans have been disconnected. So for all of the, it's not the feelings that's the problem. It's not people with feelings. It's the people that don't have them. It's the psychopaths. It's the narcissists. It's the sociopaths. It's these people that don't have feelings. That they just go through life on automatic pilot, living for themselves. And most of those people, a lot of them have just had freaking crappy stuff happen to them, and they just stuffed it away. And then so when anything bad happens, they just deny, ignore, like an ostrich with their head buried in the sand. Mom used to tell my brother, just go ahead and bury your head, just pretend, la, la, la. It's not, that's not happening. That's not happening. So he got real good at it. Me, not so much. I remember too much. I remember, because see, feelings and emotions, they're frequencies. So when, you get that, and you have enough freaking really scary, crappy events happen in your life, you know what it's like to be scared? I mean, like, you thought you were going to die scared? And having to experience that time and time and time again, put your endocrine system, your fight or flight, puts it in a higher state, Once you know terror, that's why it's so weird to me. Like, people that go to scary movies and slasher movies and stuff like that, I'm like, you evidently haven't seen a snuff film. You evidently don't know the darkness in which happens in the reality of real life. Because maybe if you recognize the darkness and evilness and seediness in which roams and lurks the frickin' planet, that maybe that stuff wouldn't be so cute to you. Everybody's got their path, right? And we get to incarnate to figure it out. And we get to keep living until we figure it out. And we will die and we will come back and we will have the same crappy experiences until we figure it out. I'm tired of coming back. I don't want to come back no more. This ain't fun for me. This is not being a human being is stupid. It's dumb. The way they treat each other, just like, heck, GI issues alone. I mean, humans are dirty, they're gross, they're foul. How many of them are just like this race of freaking perverts? And now, I was just listening to the Midhaven podcast, and here we go with the chasing sensations. More sex workers, more more tools to manipulate. How many people have manipulated to do something on the basis that somebody said, if I like you, I'll be nice to you if you do this for me, and they don't like you, they don't care about you. That's the American way right there. And I mean, it's not like, I know what a lie is. And I've done it too. I know they're lying to me. I don't care. Doesn't matter. They can lie to me if they want. But me playing along with it, I'm lying to myself, and that's where I do a disservice to myself. And when I'm not living true to me. So, yeah, I don't want to incarnate anymore. And I was talking to some folks at the park, because, there's everybody everywhere. They, because people my age is like, they got these kids, 18, 19, Some a little younger, you know, with the non-binary or I don't know. It's just too much for me. I'm just like, tell me your name. I'll call you your name. I will not call you any pronouns. I will call you by your name solely. It's just, nobody accommodated me. I had to learn how to be a chameleon just to go through life. And then now you got, oh, if you want to be like this, go be in this group. We'll enable you. You want to be like this, we'll go to this group and we'll enable you. Why don't you enable yourselves and just be able to fit in wherever you go without having that group curt to how you want to be, you know? It's so stupid. Stanley, you got it, Stanley. He's getting in his chair. Yeah, he got in his chair. He's such a cool cat, man. And then I would be told how selfish I was all the time. And what I learned is when people are being insulting to me, they're telling me the things that they recognize in me that they don't like about themselves. So I try not to take it personally. I try not to take it to heart, but it's that feeling behind it. Because when they say things, people want to hurt people's feelings. I don't know what it is. I think it's weird. I don't want to hurt people's feelings. I've had so many people just be mean in life, you know. I don't want to be mean. I tell them, why are you being mean? Why you got to be so mean? What's up with being so mean? You know? But yeah, you don't rectify the things and heal the stuff you got to heal in this incarnation. You're going to come back. When I was a little kid, I was a little tomboy. I thought I wanted to be a boy. And plus, because I like girls, and girls didn't like girls. The kind of girls that I thought were pretty, they didn't like girls. They liked boys. So I didn't want to be a girl. I wanted to be a boy so the pretty girls would like me. And at one point, I was even going to have top surgery because I have no physical attachment to my breasts. I don't care, and I always wear I dress like a dude with dress shirts and bow ties and stuff like that. And so I like the way I didn't like the way the shirts fit. But you know what? You come to the conclusion is you just gotta love yourself how Creator made you. Cause Creator don't make junk. God don't make junk. He doesn't want people hacking themselves up, changing themselves. And how many people are hacking themselves up, changing themselves, and then 10 years down the road something happens and oh man, want to go back? That stuff, Just write it out. It's one life. It's one life. And then maybe freaking next life you'll be more congruent. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't do a whole lot. Most of what motivates me in this world is how things are going to play out for me in the spiritual realm. Yeah. Because this world is just like an end of the means to get from one place to another, and incarnations and being on this planet. Maybe I don't know how long. I have no idea how long I'm going to live. The thing of it is that compared to eternity, that's like, you take care of your ma, There's karma that comes with it when you don't. You take care of people your family. You take care of people. Because that, if I have the ability to, I'm gonna. And until I can't, like physically, I'm just gonna keep doing it. But there's just all these kind of ways that people would benefit more from living, yet they created all these other systems to be a part of, because in that world they can manage and control and make things how they want, because in the real life they can't. Things are gonna flip, man. In some capacity, things are gonna change. Things are changing. They change every day. Every day. What? A third of Pakistan's underwater? Like over 1,000 people just washed away. Gone. That's a big soul group right there. What, 10 million people misplaced or something like that? You know? Regardless if it's a man at a freaking control panel pushing buttons, or Mother Nature, Creator, God, it don't matter. Things are happening. And they're happening big. And people are going to have to figure out, you know, are other freaking human beings more important than tangible things? It's going to come down to that. And if it doesn't happen in this lifetime, you're going to come to it. It's what cycles are, you know. Right now, people are like, that low vibrational behavior, people are getting to good, it's being spun out of them. What are they going to do with it? Are they going to use that energy wisely to be a productive person? Or are they just going to, you know, perpetuate more of the freaking ridiculous storylines that we've been imposed upon us for decades? It's just all BS. The freaking, I saw that, you know, nothing about NASA for a long time, and then it's like, oh, we're launching. You know, it's like, oh, okay, so they're doing something with the freaking all the misappropriation of funds that they're taking for, you know, for their secret BS. And I'm like, my storyline is prominently, we're not allowed in space because human beings ruin everything. Yeah? And then there's the who took the picture of the man when he first stepped on the moon? Who was that? And then it's the, yeah, I can't get cell phone service out here in Arroyo Hondo. But the White House can call the moon in the 60s? I mean, come on, man. Come on, folks. Come on. We could have heaven on earth, but people are going to have to work. Like, actually work. I got a lot of ideas of how to freaking make this area, this community better. A lot of ideas. But they're going to have to get their IT up to infrastructure up to freaking speed, though. That's for sure. Because the stuff that you know. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. And then I'm going to get going. They use so much with GPS coordinates. Even when I drive around here, I won't have phone service, but I can still use GPS. GPS is you know, that's that technology. It's important. They work on it all the time. And coordinates, even though the coordinates are going to change and stuff, but all right, you have an app and you go out to a location and you turn on your location to your phone. Not your phone. I wouldn't use my phone. I keep my location services turned off all the time unless I'm using them. And I don't use them very often. So you go out to a job site, say you're going to just like weed whack, like clean vegetation, you know, maintenance, fire prevention, whatever, you know. So you go out to a location, or there's a site where a bunch of people have thrown out garbage everywhere. People are dirty pigs and they just freaking dump their garbage and it's somebody else's problem, right? So you start, you know, you put in your employee code number or whatever, and oh, Zach's live again. And then you start work, and then you take a picture of your before. You start work, pick up the garbage, do the job, and however long that task takes, take an after picture with it cleaned up, and then boom, you know, submit for payment, and then have somebody from the city go out and drive, verify or whatever, release payment, and then have the funds in the person's account the next day. and all these resources that they have for the excavator, same stuff with the excavator, stuff like that. Let people check that stuff out, like at the library. Why does, and because the city doesn't even use that stuff anymore, they contract it all out. So why don't you just, I never understood that. It's like, why don't, I mean, I know that some cities have places like that you can go and rent big old excavators, but I mean, if it's to improve the community, it should be at the cost of the community if somebody is willing to do the work, right? Because Lord knows, freaking all over the place, people are not willing to do the work. So I got all kinds of ideas, lots of them, you know. But the control freaks are going to have to relinquish control or die off, whichever. So many people, my algorithm is so weird because if you want to mess with the algorithm, there's all kinds of things that you can do. Like there's a lot of ways that you can mess with the algorithm. I should just do a talk, put together a whole list of things on that people can do. And just like dislike things that you like. AI to know you, don't let AI know you. Yeah? So dislike things that you like things that you don't. You just do things bad. Just play around with it, you know? All kinds of stuff people can do to mess with the algorithm. Oh, and like another tip of how to, because my whole life has been about working around this, the workaround, right? Because people like to make things hard for you. And so but I got to learn so much in life because people like to make things hard for me. And when I take a picture for my thumbnail, today I decided to use, and they're always messing with the files on Apple. And because I do the same thing every single time, yet sometimes the extension is different. Sometimes the size of the file and the pictures are like today the picture that I used, it was like 5 meg or something like that, and I was like, whoa, because it can only be like 2 in order to be the thumbnail. And so you can get around that by taking a screenshot of your picture, and that'll reduce the size of the photo if you take a photo of the photo. Yep, all kinds of stuff like that. All full of all these little what did Stacy used to say, fiction and facts from Marge's almanacs. That's about all I got for now. Hope you have a